Hello everyone, welcome back to Clusterbmilkshake. I am your host, along with support puppet Mr. Chicken. Yes. Today we are going to talk about why a narcissist cannot trust and why you cannot trust a narcissist. And I took these notes from Tim Fletcher on YouTube so we can understand where these trust issues come from and why it is difficult for a narcissist to, they're paranoid as hell because of this baseline that I'm going to describe. In turn, they're going to copy these same dysfunctions in their relationships, all right? Because while I'm taking these, I'm listening to this video and everything, and then I'm just like, okay, so what do children need from their caregivers? Okay, parents, take note. Children need commitment and consistent caregivers, or they will not learn trust. So what do children need growing up? They need their physical needs met. They would be kept safe. Now, all of my narcissistic people, cluster Bs, people with CPTSD out there, I want you to be thinking about this as I'm going through this. Did you feel safe? Did you feel safe growing up? Your parents were attuned to your needs, meaning your emotional needs. When you were sad from school, something happened, or you're having, your hormone changes as a teenager, or you're going through it, did your parent pick up on that and be like, hey, what's going on? No. Okay. Your parents did fun things with you. Remember, it's fun things with you, what you also like to do. Not that they want a carbon copy of themselves through you, because I see that all the time too. Whatever daddy likes, they're going to condition their son to do the same things. Whatever mommy likes, the daughter is going to be a carbon copy of that. All right. Your parents set boundaries and enforce them. Now, if you're somebody like me, you're always going to cross those boundaries anyway. And there you have to, the parent is really going to get weighed down with your bitching, moaning, complaining, guilting. We guilt our parents, we punish our parents in different ways. We can give them the silent treatment and everything, or we can throw a fit in a store as a toddler because we either want to run through the clothes or we want the candy bar. Okay. Parents stuck together through hard times. So if you grew up, you're the child, and if you grew up and your parents are not working through difficulties, children are watching you. So they're seeing the manipulation. They're seeing the silent treatments. They're seeing the withholding. They're seeing the denying. They're seeing all of these things. They're seeing one parent get depressed. They're seeing another one drink themselves to death. They're seeing how you isolate one or the other, or you isolate yourself because you're depressed. Okay? Parents were faithful and no cheating. No. Parents faithfully fulfilled responsibilities and kept promises. Even if you are divorced, do not put off your kid. Do not say that you're going to be there and you're not going to be there. Okay? It's not okay. And fridge is coming around. But I can see dismissive parents not, they don't want to make that phone call. They're too tired from working and stuff, so they don't want to take their teenager daughter out to the mall. You don't want to walk the mall, so you're not going to the mall. Okay? Oh, let's do something else some other time. Daddy's tired. Okay? People willingly making sacrifices to help each other. So if you're around your parents and they are not doing things for others, for the community, friends, family, taking care of grandma, grandpa when something goes down, helping their friends move furniture, whatever it is. You don't want to fucking move furniture, but you're doing it. And you're showing your kids that you are taking care of, helping others out, even though you don't fucking want to. But you're gonna do it. Okay? All right. This is the foundation built for all future relationships, okay? Everything that I just said here. Every intimate relationship requires commitment to grow. So what does this mean? Doing the right thing even when you don't feel like it. Okay? A lot of narcissistic people, they'll put on the show, the false self show, out in the world, and then they come home and they don't put on the false self show for you. Okay? They're not doing the right thing, even though they don't want to. They feel like they don't have to. Why? Because you're not holding them responsible to fucking mask up. Mask up for me. Mask up for me. Because if you're not gonna, fake kindness, even when you don't want to, I would rather be your coworker, bitch. Because at least I get, that fake smile, the fake appreciation. Okay? Now I can tell you this from experience, because even though I didn't feel it, I would still read books on how I'm supposed to perform for my partner. So even, some of you guys may be able to relate as well, in micro doses, that it's not a full-time job. But, this is when, a narcissistic person will also have resentments towards you if they do perform for you. A narcissistic person needs to understand that this is also in their best interest. But please, if you believe that your person is narcissistic, they're putting on a good show for you, clap your hands. Tell them that you are grateful for what they're doing. Otherwise, they're going to resent you for it. Okay? Everybody should be grateful for the effort that they put into a relationship anyways. It would be awesome. It would be awesome. Okay. So, consistently following the same principles or course of action in all circumstances. So it's not just doing the right thing, even though you don't feel like it, but you are constantly on the same path. Consistency. I was watching an interview with Lee Hammock's wife from Mental Illness, and this is also something that she said, that Lee is consistent in his positive behaviors, and it's not like he's walking around with a joystick up his butt all the time, and just fucking but he's not responding in negative, aggressive, defensive ways. Even him just being chill, listening to respond not to react and defend, makes them have a better relationship. Now, no relationship is 100% perfect, even them. But this is one thing, consistency. You be consistent. Fuck up every now and again, but you are consistent and you make up for boo-boos. All right? And I'm not talking about you slipped and fell on a penis. That ain't no boo-boo. That ain't no boo-boo. Okay. Someone with CPTSD, arrested development, that means the emotional, you're still an emotional child. You are stunted when you are very, very little. Okay? Even though you're melting on the outside. And those that cannot regulate those emotions didn't have healthy guidelines to know what these magical principles are. Okay? Well, because they didn't have these fucking principles, they did, get arrested development, CPTSD. And, they're emotionally dysregulated. And who knows what the fuck else. Okay? Side note, those that rebel against authority won't want to follow rules or be told what to do anyways. We do what we want. Now, these are, the kids with conduct disorder. They'll have ADHD when they're younger. They don't or can't follow rules. They could even get off on making you angry if they're not getting attention and stuff like that. So it's not like it's all your fault if you do have kids that are like, F you, bitch. F you. Because you're not consistent with me, so I'm just going to fucking fuck with you. I know shit. All right. We think love is submission. And also a weakness. So this is going to be more difficult for the narcissistic person they did not learn what real love is. They were basically, any emotions shown were shit upon, at least by one person that were supposed to admire as a kid. We were betrayed. Love betrayal. Anyways, and submitting, because if you're beat down, if you're not doing what your parent says, tough love? Please. Whatever. All right. Commitment means your partner is number one. No one is above them with your time, energy, attention, and resources. Now, there's concessions to these if you do have a broken family, right? So if, I do not expect my partner to put me above his kid's needs, as long as the kid is not being manipulative and deceitful, okay? But the regular kid's needs. If it's your time to see your kid and we can't do anything, great. We can do family thing together, integrate, or you do something alone with your child. That's different. But if you're starting a relationship and you are kidless or your kids are grown, your partner is supposed to come first. Meaning, no cheating. No spending more time with friends than family. Okay? I'm talking, it should not be 80% and you're giving 20% to your, wife or husband. That you're always on the go and doing things and they're just getting breadcrumbs. Scrap, scrap, scrap. You're not on your phone all the goddamn time and you're giving your partner scraps. I have done this. I know. Not being selfishly reckless with your money. All right. I have seen people just go out and buy big items without consulting with their partner. Say that, it's not, you have your own bank account and your money, and she has her bank account. She can spend whatever the fuck she wants on her shit. You spend whatever and you're still paying the bills. Not talking about that. I'm talking about your money's integrated together, okay? And there should be a discussion. There shouldn't be guilting and blackmailing. Everybody should let the other person, do something nice for themselves and stuff like that. I'm talking about the crazy cray-cray, okay? Okay. No workaholism. Now, I know that some people, that is their whole life, their work, but if you have a family, like I said, you need to have boundaries with work so you keep that relationship going, or your relationship's going to go to shit. Now, if one partner is workaholic, the other one is spendaholic, it works out. You're working. Hopefully you're happy with that. But usually, you're working to death so the other person can spend to death. Now, if you want to have a closer relationship, that person isn't going to want you to work less. They ain't going to like it. But if you both get on the same page, your relationship is going to grow a lot better. I've been through this too, okay? And following the guidelines above for your children. So if you do have a family, you're going to want to follow the guidelines that I said that I was deprived of growing up, and you're not going to deprive your kids of this. Okay? All right. Now, it takes two to build trust through commitment. Know that this is not isolation. For me, it feels like you're ripping my heart out, telling me that I can't be on social media 9 hours a day. I can't ignore you all day long. What? You're smothering me. You're smothering me. No. So a lot of people will be like, what? You can't tell me what to do. You can't. You know what I mean? It's like, come on. You want to be able to provide and sacrifice some things for your relationship to grow. You want to be giving both to each other's needs. All right? A good book is called His Needs, Her Needs. How to Affair-Proof Your Marriage. And this was a really great book. And it tells you how to build your relationship with guidelines, holding each other accountable, and depositing into your relationship instead of withdrawing. Okay? All right. Now, why can't you trust a narcissist or other cluster B? Let's go back to the list. Okay? Now, if you're dealing with a narcissistic person and you're the person that's getting the short end of the stick, are your physical needs being met? How's sexy time going? Sexy time going? Do they also have a job, or are you the one only killing yourself and barely making ends meet? Do you feel safe? Do you feel safe in this relationship? Are they physically violent? Do they get drunk all the time? Do you feel like you're getting lied to, gaslit? Do you feel like there is no connection? That it's deceit? It's coercion? Are they attuned to your needs? Do they ask, what do you need from me? What do you need from me? Am I doing a good job? Is there anything that I can do? And both of you are doing that for each other. I once had a guy ask me, is there something that I can do? I told him, and he did the exact opposite. Know that sign too. Okay? You're being punished for your needs. All right. Are they doing fun things with you? Is the narcissistic person, borderline, whatever, crossing your boundaries? And even if you try to enforce them, they still do it and do not care. Now, I have been around, talked to, relationship with all and every dude. They do. I said, don't. I said, don't blow up my phone. I said, don't blow up my phone. Okay. But then they have an excuse, and then they're blowing up your phone, blowing up your phone, blowing up your phone, blowing up your phone. It's like, I said, they don't care. Are you sticking through hard times with your people? Now remember, this trust is about commitment and consistency. If they are consistently putting you through hard times and not consistent in trying to work through different issues with you to where it's not being repeated over and over again, no. Are they faithful? Are they cheating? Are they fulfilling responsibilities and keeping promises to you? Or is it all future fake? Are they willing to make sacrifices for you? No. Okay. So this is why you cannot trust. I don't give a shit about what your fucking cognitive dissonance is doing to you. You need to put notes, dude. You need to have a fucking poster of everything that is not going in your relationship and how it's consistently fucked up. Because as soon as, just like scrolling, you're going to forget the video that you just watched. You scroll to the next one. Now you forget. That's what your fucking head is doing. You're going to forget the feeling that they gave you. You only want them to save you from that feeling. I love you. I'm sorry. Just lie to me. Dude, I was like that too. Just lie. And I'll be happy. Because I only care about the present moment. I know you're bullshit. So I know that you're not going to be consistent. But I like to gaslight myself to get what I want right now. Gaslight myself. Okay? All right. So I hope that was helpful. Have a great day. Namaste.